Hello, hey, this is Brian with Down to Fold, a live origami workshop. Excited to have you guys here today. This is a supplemental video to follow along with our debut live stream event hosted on Facebook at Down to Fold. Please give us a like there. Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, all under Down to Fold. Love to have you, and thanks for being here today. We're going to fold a special module that I think is relevant to the times. While the dove may be the most popular bird in history, representing peace, however admirable, I wanted to find something that we could connect with for today's current events. And for that reason, we're going to be making the swallow. So what is a swallow? Well, throughout ancient beliefs, the swallow is connected to healing and symbolizes hope and prosperity. It's also a totem representing simplicity and community. And it's for all these reasons that I'm excited to share how to make this with you today. Without further ado, let's get started. So I'll be using origami paper for this. You will need square paper. It is best to identify having a top represented here with a pattern and a bottom represented by a solid color. That said, let's get started. And as it already is bottom side facing up, all we're going to do is turn this so the corner is facing you. And we're going to make our first fold by touching the corners here and creating our first crease. Up, you're going to draw your index finger down, push it out to the side, out to the side. The lines will connect right to the corners. Rotate here. Corner up. Draw the index finger straight down, out to the side, out to the side. We're going to flip it over so the top is facing us. Now we're going to fold edge to edge. For those who have been in previous classes, there's definitely a lot of starting patterns for most of the origami that we're folding that seem very familiar. Same process. We're going to go draw our index finger straight down the center, push it out to the side, open it back up, rotate 90, and this edge to this edge. Boom, 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 almost there. Tell you what doesn't like to be rushed, origami. All right, here we go. Now we're going to pop it in the center. On the bottom, your finger is going to be right, place your finger right in the center, and you'll spring open. We're going to make a little triangle sandwich. And all these folds that we just made are going to naturally want to fold right down into it. This little triangle sandwich here. I'm going to go ahead and keep it flat on our surface. And once over with our edge of our thumb, we're going to hit the two creases here. And there's one hidden, you can't see it, but there's a center crease. You can feel it, but you can't see it. Bam, bam, bam. All right. For all those that made a paper airplane, very similar. Watch, check this out. We're going to rotate this around, and you're going to see that this side, there's a flap over here, there's a flap over here, leaving two edges down below. Oh, geez. So what we're going to do is fold this top flap to the center line right here. Just like making a paper airplane. Yeah? All right. Time to spin her 180 degrees. Do the same thing to the other side. All right. Nice firm crease. Again, I like to use the edge of my thumb to make these creases. I'm going to rotate this over here. Now we have that. So now our next fold will be this edge to the center line. And then we'll be doing that same thing on the other side, this edge to that line. I'm going to rotate this around just to get a better angle on it. Take your time, what we're feeling here is for nice flat creases, and trying to avoid anything that might be like pinching up or getting little knots in the corner. We're trying to avoid that. So this edge to this center line here. All right. In theory, I'll bring out the pen for a marker. These 2 points should be basically kissing each other. And they're pretty close. But hey, we're all in this together. We're going to rotate this around now so that we're going to start to see what we'll identify as the head position being on this side and the tail position being over here. This will be the tip of the wing as for reference points, okay? We're going to, and this we're going to call, it's the body of the bird, okay? It's like the fuselage of an airplane or the body of a bird. We'll use those interchangeably here. So what we're going to do is make another thinner fold into the center of the body here with this flap to this center line right here, okay? This flap that we just creased and that one that we just creased, we're going to fold into the center line here. And what this is going to do is create a remarkably thin tail. Take your time with it. It's okay. This is going to taper out stiletto style. We're going to want that. That's what you're going to need. Move the paper around to make sure you have a nice attack, nice approach. All right, that side's done. Now it's time to do the other side. Again, we're going to take this edge to the center. I'll show this edge to the center. Stiletto tip at the very end. Holy moly. All right. So while we have it here, we're going to go ahead and take the body, lift it up with purpose, and just go ahead and give that a good crease from beak to tail, just so that we have nice edges here as best we can. All right, flatten it out. We're going to flip the whole unit over, and I'm going to rotate it around so the beak is facing away from us and the tail is facing towards us. Now we're going to take this corner of this wing up to the top, to the head. By the way, you did one of the 2 hardest folds already. If you made it this far, awesome. Same thing here. I'm going to flatten this out here. Okay. I'm going to unfold just so we can see what's going on. I'm going to show you the bottom side just for checkpoint. All right. I'm going to flip it back over. Now I'm going to turn the head towards facing me and the tail facing away from us. What we're going to do is start folding, constructing the wings. And you can see we have this one flapper here that we just made. Same as the other side, right? Okay. So we're going to take, starting with this side over here, we're going to fold it in, and with your index finger, you're going to pinch down, and you're going to see a pivot point right here on the edge. That's where we're going to find the crease line, and this is an arbitrary position. I'm going to fold it in again, and then back out to right about here-ish. All right, so my distance between the tail and here, it's about here. You can make it out here, you can make it in here. It's up to you. I'm going to do the same with the other side here. Again, using this point as our fulcrum. And kind of mirroring the other side as far as our distance goes, right? So that is this flip side here. We're going to turn the whole unit over. I'm going to rotate this around, all right? Now go ahead and pick up the fuselage or the body of this bird. Again, kind of like bring those two edges back up. We're going to fold this edge to the center line and that edge to the center line. I keep these up just so I can see that surface. You just want to have that line of sight to get in there. Don't want to fold over. I'll show you on the other side what not to do. Do not fold over. It won't work. This little symbolizing. So go ahead and flip this guy up so you can see it's exposed crease line. Bring this edge to this crease line. All right, are you ready for the most satisfying part of this module? Yes, I hope so. I can't hear you. I just have to believe you. Okay, we're going to flip this over. Before we do, I'm sorry. We'll go ahead and keep this nice and flat. I'm gonna flip it over. I'll rotate it around. All right, so now the tail is facing away from us. And you're gonna see, I'm gonna hold this up to the camera. I'll zoom in and focus here. Two pockets on either side that are starting to form. We're gonna take those pockets and deploy our wings by simply finding this point right here, push it out, follow this to the corner, and smash it down. Yeah, right on. And do the other to the other side here. Out to this corner, smash it down. All right. What we're now looking at is the underbody, the belly of the bird. We're gonna flip it over and we're gonna take the whole contraption, fold it taco style. I'm doing this just to get a nice crease along the bottom, the base of the bird here. And we have made the wings, guys. All right. We're going to do two things and we're going to be finished. We're going to make the beak. We're going to splay out the tail and then we're done. All right. So home stretch. If you've made a crane before, any other birds, very similar, arbitrarily, you're going to fold this back. This side here, pick a spot, fold it over here, fold it back. Just a little, you know, this little zigzag, right? Show you from the side. A little closer, right? Go ahead and get this pinched back up. Watch. If you start from the base, right behind the wings, inch your way up along the bottom, pop it out, ha ha ha. Please stand by. Bird's taking flight. Here we go again. It's probably gonna be the highlight reel. Go ahead and get in and keep pinching up. See if we can find a focal point here. You're gonna see the beak, the head's gonna just naturally want to rest right in, and it does pop out. Look at that. And here we have the head, right? We're going to rotate this down. I'll refocus here. And we're going to splay out the tail very gingerly at the base, which you can feel right here with your index finger on one side. I'm going to bring this a little closer so we can see. I'm just going to massage it out. And you're going to find that it's going to want to bend. Go ahead and let it do that. Repeat the same for the other side. This is not necessarily the science of the end, it's more for this aesthetics that you can see now. A splayed tail similar in representation to the swallow. And that, my folding friends, is the swallow. Here's our first example. Just as a side-by-side comparison. Give yourselves a round of applause. You did it. You made a swallow. I'll be taking comments, and again, thank you for your time testing this out. I hope this works. I hope to continue on. As mentioned, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, all under Down to Fold. We'll be taking this to Zoom moving forward, and be hoping to have live stream classes there. In the interim, keep folding on. Hashtag fold for life. This is your host, Brian, with Down to Fold, signing off and wishing everybody health and prosperity. Bye-bye.